Hello and welcome to another video from us about CD Projekt Red actually having their files stolen. Well, their source code actually, to be more exact. It's me, Just Jonkins, and Technically Lou here bringing you this story. Now, there was a tweet as well, I believe, was there not?
Yeah, so CD Projekt Red having a great time in life right now with CyberPunk going obviously very well for PR. And now, just to add insult to injury, they had to do a tweet saying the following. Bear with me, this is a long paragraph, so get comfortable. Yesterday we discovered that we have become a victim of a targeted cyber attack due to which some of our internal systems have been compromised. An unidentified actor gained unauthorized access to our internal network, collected certain data belonging to CD Projekt Red Capital Group, and left a ransom note to the content of which we released to the public. Although some devices in our network have been encrypted, our backups remain intact. We have already secured our IT infrastructure and begun restoring the data. And pause for breath and water. We will not give in to the demands nor negotiate with the actor, being aware that this may eventually lead to the release of the compromised data. We are taking necessary steps to mitigate the consequences of such a release, in particular by approaching any parties that may be affected due to the breach. We are still investigating the incident, however at this time we can confirm that, to our best knowledge, the compromised systems did not contain any personal data of our players or users of our services. We have already approached the relevant authorities, including law enforcement and the President of the Personal Data Protection Office, as well as an IT forensic specialists, and we will closely cooperate with them in order to fully investigate this incident. And scene! That was a long statement. If anyone's still with us, thank you for staying awake for that long part. So, did you see, Jenkins, the text file they left?
No, I did not.
So they left the hackers, as it said in the previous statement, they left a file. It says, "Hello, CD Projekt. You have been epically pwned. We have dumped full copies of the source codes from your per-force server for CyberPunk 2077, Witcher 3, Gwent, and the unreleased version of Witcher 3! ! We have also dumped all of your documents relating to accounting, administration, legal, HR, investor relations, and more. Also, we have encrypted all of your servers, but we understand that you most likely recover from backups. If we will not come to an agreement, then your source codes will be sold or leaked online, and your documents will be sent to our contacts in gaming journalism. Your public image will go down a shitter even more, and people will see how shitty your company functions. Investors will lose trust in your company, and the stock will dive even lower.
Oh,
you have 48 hours to contact us."
That is just, yeah.
I'm not sure what's worse, the hack or the grammar in that note, but yeah.
Possibly the grammar. Obviously not for CD Projekt Red. That's definitely going to be the hack, but the grammar's not.
Yes. So that statement was released on February 9th from their Twitter account. And it seems that they've already leaked the Gwent source code. Is that right? Yes, they've leaked Gwent.
Yeah.
They released the source code for Gwent to kind of try and put pressure on CD Projekt Red to pay up and do the ransom, which of course you can't do that, because if you do pay the ransom, it encourages them to keep going and keep doing it to other people. So,
well, yeah, exactly. Or come back for more.
There's more left to take.
I mean, there was a tweet done by the cybersecurity firm Keller as well, wasn't there? They tweeted about it. I don't know, on February the 11th actually. Just in CD Projekt Red auction is closed. Hackers auctioned off stolen source code for the Red Engine and CDPR game releases, and have just announced that a satisfying offer from outside the forum was received, with the condition of no further distribution or selling. So either someone's spent a lot of money on that, or it's potentially been,
I mean, how are they going to stop them from redistributing it or selling it on anyway? Like, they might have paid, let's say, $1 million for the hack, and they're now going to resell it on for $7 million. Who knows? $7, that wouldn't be very good, would it? But what's to stop them? It's bizarre. That's a clause. Like, how are they going to enforce that?
I suppose if they got that in writing, that's legally binding. I mean, what are they going to do?
Hey, police, we stole some data and broke the law, and now someone's selling it on without our permission. Please, can you arrest them, but not us? Like, how's that going to go?
Yeah.
I find that hilarious.
Yeah. I saw a meme the other day, someone did it. with the PS2 version of CD Projekt Red as a joke. Where
when it rains, it truly pours.
Yeah, and it must have been some clever editing, but he put a disc into the PS2 and it actually booted up CyberPunk 2077. He must have done some like fancy editing, but it was just hilarious.
Yeah. It's brilliant.
You can't, they're not. I mean, I haven't played the game since I refunded it, so I can't judge how good it is now, really. But apparently, the last update broke more stuff, so who knows, really?
Classic. I don't get a sense it's going very well. No. I imagine they're probably a good 4 months away yet from any sort of real substantial turnaround for the game, which I'm looking forward to be honest with you. Because I still want to play the game. I'm hoping they'll start bringing in some stuff they advertise. But that's if the modders don't get there first, because obviously they've released some modding stuff on PC now. And now the source code's out there. Maybe someone else can fix the game for them.
Well, that's the thing. You never know. It's if modders get hold of that source code, that's going to be, well, mod heaven, really, isn't it?
There's going to be a lot of unlicensed game copies going around.
For sure.
I mean, obviously the damage as well financially for CD Projekt Red beyond this, obviously they got to recover from backups. That's if you're the victim of ransomware, your operation stopped for quite a long period of time. I mean, restoring from backups is a slow process, especially if you're a large company with a lot of data. So that could take them out of action for a while. That's going to definitely have an impact on development of the game. It's going to shift focus. It's going to slow down progress. It's not good for the gamers. It's not good for CD Projekt Red either.
Especially since Cyberpunk was supposed to be going multiplayer.
And we had a thing that we said it was ironic that the Watch Dogs game, when they got hacked, like Watch Dogs again about hackers, got hacked, and now CD Projekt Red, which is going on about hacking, and not about hacking, as a overwhelming theme, but it sort of has that underlying
mechanic in the game. But
and now it's happening to them. Oh dear.
You just can't make this stuff up, really, can you? Honestly, ridiculous.
Taking a beating this year. Let's hope they turn it around and the hackers get caught and arrested. I don't think that's very likely, but you never know. Let's hope.
Unless someone with a good conscience bought the stuff, and that's what their plan was. But I doubt it.
The thing is, you can't, because even if say CD Projekt Red went and bought the source code, right? And that was a term of like, we aren't going to redistribute it. Even if it was them that bought it back, that's still bad because they're still encouraging the hackers to do it again because it works. So
exactly.
It's a no-win scenario, really. It's horrible.
They can't.
No matter how much you dislike the game or think bad of CD Projekt Red, no one deserves this, especially the staff and those who work on the game with their heart and soul, and ultimately decisions taken out of their hands to release games early, and this now.
Yeah, exactly. Spent all those years of making that game, and it's now out there. And obviously, I know the game's out there as a physical copy, but I mean out there for anyone who doesn't want to pay for it, potentially.
Yep. I mean, it's worrying as well because obviously at some point they wanted to do a CD Projekt. What we're talking about? Sorry, a CyberPunk 2077 multiplayer, right?
Yeah.
So this is obviously going to have massive repercussions for multiplayer. If there is a multiplayer that does eventually come, that hackers are going to know so well about the engine, they'll be able to force their hacks into it and make it basically like GTA 5 is now. Hackers running riot and causing havoc. So and Warzone,
exactly.
And they haven't even got source code for Warzone, let alone. So you imagine the damage they'll be able to do now with source code. So.
Yeah, exactly.
This will be an interesting one to see as the story develops, but
Yeah, I guess we'll find out. I'm assuming someone who's probably bought it is probably not going to keep quiet. I'm sure that this will develop further as well down the line.
Yeah. Well, the usual spiel now. Subscribe! Like if you liked! And we'll see you on the next video.
And don't forget to ring that bell as well for notifications.
Yes, ring Jenkins' bell.
Wait.